25. To get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Vikings much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Second down and 8. Now it's Wilson. And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. This is Carson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. This defense for the Vikings much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8th. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Quickly out wide to Eskridge. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Cousins now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This defense for the Vikings, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't
they? After 7-0 on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now it's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Carson. Fighting him off. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
On the option, a handoff to Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Seattle touchdown. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Michael Vincent to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
57
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Before making a move to Seattle, Carlos Dunlap was the Bengals' all-time sack leader. Ended up having 5 with the Seahawks in 8 games in 2020 as well.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's get the ball.
Throwing is Cousins. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They run it with Carson. Room here to run. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Vikings 7. Michael Dixon.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Cousins. A throw left side, hold in by Hamler. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Cousins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Joseph is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Cousins on first down. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a first down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second and inches at the 35-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Well, that's a great defender. Everson Griffin making a great defensive play there for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run with Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. It's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
Hence the score, Vikings 38, Seahawks 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is Just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play action now. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Carson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Carson is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it because...
Going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 11 now. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Swinging this out wide here, Cook. Break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Cousins now. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep